Hey Fueled Up friends, welcome back or welcome. My name is Ashley, aka Food for Fuel Dietitian, and on my channel I give you tips and tricks to live your best, healthiest life from the inside out. And that means inside of our hearts and our minds as well. So with that being said, today I do want to talk about mental health and its connection to nutrition. So I'm going to give you guys 4 different ways that nutrition impacts our mental health. Starting with, of course, one of my favorite nutrition topics, the gut-brain connection. Gut health is so important, and you might have heard of gut health and wondered, what even is that? What does that even mean? And if you haven't heard of the gut microbiome, it's essentially all the microorganisms that are in our gut, in our intestines, essentially, our digestive tracts. And that has a whole lot to do with how our well-being is mentally. Studies show that the healthier that our guts are and our gut microbiomes are, the healthier minds that we have and the healthier mental states we have. The way to improve this is to start eating more foods with fiber and more fermented foods. So I want to talk a little bit about probiotics and prebiotics. So you might have more so heard the term probiotic because probiotics you can take, in a capsule and a pill, and a lot of people think that's a great thing to do. And it's not to say that that's not a great thing to do. It's just that there's not enough research to show if it's really actually beneficial or not. But the good thing is there are a lot of foods that you can consume that are probiotics, such as yogurts, because there's cultures in them. So you can do different foods that are cultured. I even make my own soy milk with my own vegan culture. And so that is a way that I can get a probiotic, as well as fermented foods. So like tempeh, kimchi, even kombucha tea, sauerkraut. These are all fermented foods. And so you can consume these in order to get probiotics. Probiotics promote healthy gut bacteria. So this is the bacteria we want in our gut so that we can ward off that bad bacteria that can cause us illness. Now, in order to keep those probiotics, those good gut bacteria alive, we need prebiotics. So we need to feed our good gut bacteria with good gut food, which would be pretty much anything with fiber, but especially resistant starches. So just kind of the first thing that comes to my mind with that is like bananas or plantains. Those are resistant starches, beans. So these are all great things to promote our gut health by feeding the good gut bacteria in our gut. So the better your gut health is, the better your mental health will be. So if there's anywhere to start eating fermented foods and more plant foods, which have a lot of fiber in them. So cucumbers, peppers, eggplant, anything that you like that's a plant, start there and then expand. And if you don't like any fermented foods, maybe you like yogurt, start there. So the second way nutrition is linked to mental health kind of seems a little bit vain, but it's so true. When we look better, we feel better. And you can't argue with me on that one. I think we all have felt that way when we don't feel our best because we don't look our best. And when you do feed your body with the right foods, the right kind of foods in the right proportions, and you're eating well, you definitely tend to have a better outlook mentally. But that's also because when you're feeding yourself well, you just feel better. And that kind of leads into the next couple of reasons here. Number 3 is deficiencies. Right? So if we have deficiencies of certain nutrients, especially vitamin D, vitamin B12, and magnesium, this can actually lead to depression. So of course that is going to be linked with our mental health. If we're not feeling good physically, we can also not feel well mentally. And lastly, the 4th one, to tie it all together, really, it's kind of like eating healthy is a gateway behavior. It's a healthy gateway behavior to other healthy behaviors. Because, if you're eating healthy, you're probably gonna start working out, right? And exercising more and maybe, taking those vitamins, going outdoors more, maybe sleeping better too, because when you're more nourished and maybe you're exercising more, you have better sleep habits. So this can all kind of be linked together. All of the different things I've talked about today are just different ways that really mental health is connected to nutrition. And this can be something maybe that is interesting you because maybe your mental health isn't at its greatest. And I know not a lot of people's are right now, and that's okay. But what we can do is take control in the way that we can, because we can't fix it completely, but you might be able to really help yourself out by adding more whole foods into your diet or adding more fermented foods, really getting those probiotics up, the prebiotics up. And so that way you're taking control of the situation in the best way that you can. Now, we can't control everything, but why not control the things that we can control? I hope this video helped you guys. Please take a look at the description. It has my poetry book, it has my website, my Instagram, my Facebook. And if you guys want to ask me anything else about gut health, please leave those comments below, or you can DM me on Facebook or Instagram as well. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and please remember to fuel yourself. Don't fool yourself. Bye, guys.